Okay, let's see if I can get the things done. This does not bode well for me starting out here. Okay. So I had an idea of what if I just add another spawner over on the other side and then kind of just alternate the things there. Made an update video if you haven't seen it and if you have time. I will make time to be distracted. Hell yeah. A wood plant? A tree? Is that what you mean? By a wood plant? Oh my gosh, adorable little slimes come and eat your wood plants. They're so cute. They do. They come, they eat, they leave, I guess. Okay. A wood plant, not a tree, just a wood plant. Yeah, okay, they come, they eat, they leave. It's like, you might want to remove the fence if you want the, critters to, they pick the plant they attack by random and don't all go for the same one. Yeah, okay. Okay. There's two kind of big things here. The fence will be higher so they fit under it. Okay. It feels like you could just have a, okay. Why does this seem so ungodly huge? And then we're gonna make it even huger. But this other spawner, I'm gonna put you... Where are you? What? Huh? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna move you over here. Over here. No, wait. Gotta line you up with this. And then... I was thinking about adding the camera from the other game. Especially because I have this open. And it's right there. Okay, so... Yeah. Then I can easily just copy over the camera controls here to this. Okay, to get both. And then we slap this on the camera. Although I need to zoom the camera out a little more anyway. A little, not a lot more. And we just slide you over. Aha, there we go. I think this will make the game a little more interesting. I think you need to cut the game scope in half. And here I am adding more stuff. Okay, and then I think I want to alternate the spawners so that they kind of give you waves from each side at random. They're just moving to the right. They're not moving to... Okay, that's... Again, I was not figuring out basic math here. Okay, so the zombie... Yeah, I thought you were the one who was good at picking a reasonable scope, but should have guessed after the last two jams. No, I feel like that's true. I feel like Brainoid could make a reasonable scoped game, and has just gone ambitious for the last few. Okay. So yeah, it's not just moving to the right, it's moving towards the thing. Which I thought saying move towards and then add force in that direction. Or, you know, something like this where you just say, here's the target and the transform and then the move speed. I don't like making small games, that's all. Made them enough when I was a mobile dev. Yeah, I kind of figured that was the case. Is that, like, now that I'm free from making small games, we're gonna make crazy big games now. Or at least crazy big for... What? Oh. Because I added the camera controls. Okay, and I don't need the screen shake. I could add Down2Jam. I'm just gonna worry about, like, not having the screen shake. Do you think I can add a tower for fighting the slimes in the next hour? Because then you're only an hour behind schedule? Well, dang, dude. As in, like, you've got your schedule down pat enough to say that you're only an hour behind schedule? Like, that's impressive. So... You don't have a camera control. Not that I'm doing two things at once again. As I do. I'm like, I should just focus on either adding the camera or focus on adding the second wave, or fixing the zombie waves. But instead... Okay, and then use boundaries. I probably should have a use boundaries. We're not going to add it because I don't want to figure out what boundaries there are. Schedule me theoretical timeline I wrote about in chat last stream. Not that I have anything actually planned out. Yeah, okay. Excuse me? Oh, because I added a second spawn. Wait, did you guys not have the target? Yeah, the heart. Oh. It didn't copy that? Why didn't you copy that? And it is the heart specifically. Not that that matters that much. It's all the same kind of thing. But... Okay, so now the camera is... very zoomed in. And also... not... okay, the... Yeah, okay, different game, different thing. I really screwed up the scale and everything. It is just done goofed. And I'm getting kind of sick of that one. Jam goes good, but I listened to it yesterday. Oh, I could just listen to other songs here. That's club edits. I think I'm good on club edits. Okay, don't need any club edits, but... Okay. But theoretically, creating the tower should be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, so I have all interfaces and stuff in place, so I can easily place something, pick it up again, and have it damage the slime. Which is what the towers would do. Okay, so let's do other direction. On the zombies here. You guys don't have the move speed. It's under the zombies, right? And it's actually, this is the one that says it's negative, right? Yeah, okay, so make it positive, and then it's gonna, it looks like it's actually doing the thing, where it's moving towards the tree there. I mean, the real question is just, if I move the tree up, is it gonna... Are the zombies gonna fly towards it? Okay, and then... Play the game. And the zombies... What? Okay, no, I don't have the math right. Because the math should be super simple, and yet when I tried to put in the super simple math, it doesn't seem to be doing it. Because of this one type that was wrongly corrected by autocorrecto. I always have it in mind. When watching Ryan George, yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, this should be... This should also work, but this should ignore the physics, which is not what I want, but I want this to move towards the heart, because this feels like it should be basic stuff, and yet it doesn't seem like it's really doing that. And then I'm gonna start doing builds, because I'm like, the way I'm testing this needs to be the... No, you're just moving to the right. I don't understand. Move towards your current position to the target position at a move speed that is positive and insanely high. But, I think that a message earlier from Brandon was confirmation enough that he's doing Down2Jam. Well, it sounds like he's doing Down2Jam twice over. Is what that message sounded like. If the scope needs to be cut in half. Or I guess maybe it's gonna bleed into the 2-week jam. So, yeah, Down4Jam. Exactly. And I'm trying to do Down1Jam. Ideally. As in, like, if I could finish this today, it'd be fantastic. And then I could go work on my other stuff that I have a deadline for. Just doesn't help that I'm also fighting a cold at the same time. So why do you hate me so much? Moves. This object moves towards... Let's go double check that all of the zombies have the heart as their... It's basic stuff. Why is he being so stupid? Okay, no, wait, so... Okay, you're doing stuff. You're still moving to the right. Okay, that's why you're being stupid there. And then this... There we go. This should move towards the thing. So now, irregardless want you to move towards the thing. Any tower suggestions? Like red gnome will be one, so anything else. A sprinkler. Like one of those, kind of alternating... Some kind of sprinkler, because if you're having slimes, then, I wasn't paying attention. Did they actually make it to the thing? They seem to be instantly teleporting to the thing. So... Something that shoots Pagorli heads? That's horrifying. Why would you suggest this? That does feel very Game Jam though, but I was like, the aesthetic of the game like feels like it's cohesive. So I don't know if adding Pagorli heads would be a great idea. But I guess this is just a Game Jam. This is not like this shoots kidney stones. What is this like a? Well, I guess this would be a guy, or maybe like some. This is a stone statue of a guy that just shoots out kidney stones. Wanted to make a plant Gorley already? Ah, okay. The idea was already thought of. So now if I decrease the move speed by a lot. Now this is back to kind of a reasonable speed. Pagorli and Honestan share the thing, so it's a nice thing to add. Share what, Pagorli? Also, that's supposed to be... Is it really? It's still insanely fast? But it's moving towards the thing. I feel like I should be able to point it to say, like, move towards the thing. And instead of that, I say add force in that direction. But when I do that, it decides to not to do that. It's like I want to normalize it and then just add force. Okay, so... That still seems kind of fast. Dang, dude. Also, move towards is... Okay, so now the zombies are moving towards the heart. No, I can't have it, like, use this, because this is just not using physics. This is just... I needed to use the physics so that it actually... This is a very physics-based game. There we go. Okay, so now I could do that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Wait, come back. No, come back! Okay, now the zombies are going to be destroying the things. Oh, that's a dead body. Oh, I guess it's the back. Wait a second. You're not supposed to be moving when you're dead. Oh, you are moving when you're dead. Is alive. Oh, let's just do it as a wrapper on the whole thing. So is... no, if it is alive. Okay, that's not what I meant. There we go. Okay. Then that could go away. There. Okay. So now, it is just a dead body. Which is really anytime it runs into anything. Well, I guess this is kind of cookies and milk. It's cookies and tea and milk, but Oh yeah, that is pretty good. Gonna do a wooden wall and a spike wall just to have something. Do I know any other games that people are working on? So I'm seeing a slime tower defense, and here I am doing a zombie tower defense thing. Wonder if tower defense is just going to be in vogue for a plant jam for some reason. Okay, that's going to be a little weird and confusing. So why the cacti are exploding, but whatever. Okay, this did make it more interesting to have. Okay, so this is the essence of a tower defense game: is that you're supposed to be micromanaging the different sides where the zombies are spawning. Oh wow, that vine was very lucky there. Well, I really should have done the other side, but I guess the vine was in the way. Okay, so then if I can just change the... This is awkward and not... Oh, I guess it is working with the physics. Because it's not moving straight through the things, so... Maybe I just leave it like this. Okay, so then I will... I probably need to do menus and stuff. And some kind of title at some point, too. Plants just give tower defense vibes, just like at Plants vs. Zombies. I guess so. I just think it's kind of interesting that plants give, like, gardening vibes. But also, like, a garden also gives, like, I need to defend my turf vibes. Yeah, okay, this cookie soaked in tea is incredible. That's the danger. Not only do I like cooking, but I also like eating. Okay. So now, instead of being so consistent with your spawns, I'm gonna do like a wave spawning thing. Okay, let's do a spawn wave. Do I do this in I enumerator? Oh no. So spawn wave. So the spawn wave is going to not the okay, maybe we do it as an I enumerator. And then we do I don't know exactly how I want to put this together, but it's like I want to do, well, the two variables being the number of zombies per the spawn, and then how long to spawn them. Maybe not. Okay, how about this then? No, that's not really what I want. I want this, and then I need to put them. Okay, let's just put the numbers, the things that I want in here, which is the number of zombies, and then the time between spawns, I guess. Spawn time? Yeah, okay. Okay, no, I need a different vibe. Not bad, but I'm looking for a different vibe. Let's see, what do we got for... Let's give something with some more energy, because I am running low. One of these, I don't even know what this is. Meaning I haven't listened to it a lot, right? This looks obscure. There's not a lot in here. Give me something with a little more... whatever this is, maybe?
Is it something strange?
This also looks obscure as hell. That is obscure. Okay, still not feeling it. What was this one? This is looking a little more promising. Yes. Very much so. And a lot more songs and stuff. Okay, cool. But like too many songs? As in... do they have like a ton of followers? No, 5,000. Not too bad. How did I find this? Because like just a couple of notes of this, and I'm like, this is fantastic. Okay. And then I will look at that some other time. Okay. And then I don't think I need this. This is just a per wave thing. And so then gnome zombies minus minus, and that's if this is 0, or more than 0 rather. You have it right. You just have this weird space in here. I don't need this extra space. Okay, and then gnome zombies, and then the spawn time. Okay, then I need you to also spawn the zombie. So I think we're gonna get rid of this enumerator, and it's gonna be a different thing here. Does it let me do this? Can I have two things labeled the same, and then it took... No, it doesn't take it as a whatchamacallit. Oh, I totally forgot about changing the zombie colors just a little bit. No, wait, those are 5. So 4 and 6, 2 and 4. 6, and 8. I've heard this song. Why do I know this song? Unless it is the... I was gonna say, it's got a little bit of a funk vibe. Okay, so it's supposed to be some funk, I guess. Accidentally left the item type for the walls as seeds. Do want plant walls? That's actually what I was gonna add if I had some extra time and some wherewithal to add some hedges as like walls kind of thing. I guess I kind of have that with the cactuses right now. But I guess the hedges would yeah, because I could change the spawn time on each of the like fruits and stuff too. So do I really need it to do this? If it's really no, it's just gonna need to change the color when it. Okay, wait. Where was change color? It was right there. So then I think I want to put it up here. How about this? So we're gonna do this instead of making it a color swapping thing. You're not really oh, that's probably what you're complaining about, is trying to switch that out. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna slap this up here so that it's gonna get the color across and make it clear that it's different. Okay, so I thought I saw it twice. Oh, that was Mambo version. It was not Mambo version. Okay. I do like funk. I don't know if I have like a funk channel that I listen to though. Okay, so that should give me a different color and give me all the setup for that and see if that's gonna actually... So that I don't have any zombies, I don't have any spawn time, and it's not really gonna start any of the go-to routines either because they don't exist, but okay. Then, so then if it's that, start a different coroutine of something else. And then this is where we add all the randoms for the... probably gonna do a lot of integers so that I could have a bunch of options for spawning all the random stuff. Funny how just kind of... Well, I think it's because I digested a little bit. I think I digested it a little bit, now I'm waking up more. So this is the, I guess, like min zombies, and then max zombies, and then min spawn time, and max spawn time. Yeah, okay, I do like this kind of SoundCloud where it just has all sorts of different genres and stuff too. Okay. Now I gotta figure out the numbers to put in here, and it's gonna be easy because it's just gonna be the thing that I just set up. No, what do you mean random rotation? Range. You got me. Okay, min zombies, max zombies, and then the second one being random.range between min spawn time and max spawn time. There we go. Now I'm using all the variables, and then I'm starting the coroutine, and then this coroutine is actually supposed to be the same thing as this. And then based on the numbers, I should be able to spread them out to do like, okay, here's 5 zombies slowly, and then suddenly here's a group of 10 quickly. Then again, this also has the possibility of doing here's a group of 10 quickly repeatedly. And then you just die, but I guess it's on me to balance the numbers then, ain't it? Hey, I saw a Ba salt slime. There's also a Ba nano slime. Okay, minimum number of zombies being like, you gotta spawn at least one zombie, a max being like 10, and then the minimum spawn time being like 1 second. Maybe 2 seconds between each. Well, no, I want them to like clump up. Like, I do want like a horrifying clump of zombies. And then like 5 seconds? Like if I get a really slow rate of... Oh, bugger off. Okay, and then a blight all. Okay, so just adding another spawner and adding a different direction to be worried about, and realizing what makes a tower defense fun is the managing different paths. Yeah, if I could just get the vines to work a bit better, that'd be nice. I don't seem to see any zombies here. Oops. So, you're not spawning any zombies. Spawner. Okay, you have all the numbers, right? Oh, less than 0? Less than or equal to 0. Wait a second. Yeah, if there's no zombies. But it should have... Should have still done the thing though, right? And also do the wait after the fact. Spawn the zombie. Then... Oh, it doesn't have spawn person. You're supposed to spawn the persons. That might have affected why there was no zombies. Okay, so now it spawns them, then starts the co-routine for the next thing. No, that's why I wanted that where I had it. Because I wanted it to do the wait. So yeah. You're supposed to spawn the zombie first, and that was the thing that I missed, is just wasn't spawning the zombie. Okay, how's about now? Now, are you gonna spawn zombies? And then ideally, I just want to have a bunch of spawners. Okay, so there's some amount of zombies. Hey, with different colors and stuff too. Except they're not... The spawn rate doesn't seem to be changing all that much. Do I need to make this a little more prominent, or? Yeah, okay, they are doing a lot of like pushing their own dead to rut row. can I switch up the speed? Because I'm like, can I have some of them just move a little faster too? Okay, what if I do... insanely fast? Nope, there's a point. 0.1. Oh, because it's a float. Dang it. The spawn time. Okay, you are supposed to be at decimal points, meaning float. What? From float to int? Well, it's a float, see? Float, it says it right there. Yeah, this is much more the vibe. As much as I was enjoying Ohio, this is much more the vibe. Okay. Oh, I need to do audio at some point. I totally forgot. And I was thinking about using celery. You guys are supposed to have gravity. Like, I don't know why you don't have gravity. Okay, let's randomize the move speeds a little bit here too. Spawn person is not changing the move speeds. Because it's like, ideally, I don't know, I would almost want to set the wave. Like, here's a fast wave. So the person info and then set speed. So then the person can have a set speed. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a recovery here. I don't even if it's alive or not. Move speed. Well, whatever. Okay, move speed, sequence of speed. And then that's on update anyway for it moving. Okay. So now, the spawner, set the speed to where was I setting the color? Change color. Okay, how about initialize a zombie? And then speed. I don't think I have. God, balls. I know it doesn't exist. I want you to make it. Nope, I already have float. Speed. And then speed. Is equal to random. I need min and max on you. Min and max, that'd be good. That's what I should be using so that I can make this a little more variable with this variable. Okay, now you're gonna be between, so random, not range. Okay. Min speed. Max speed. What? What do you mean speed doesn't exist? It's right here, see? I typed it already. Okay, so now that should, now I gotta figure out the min speed and the max speed. Based on whatever the speed I currently have, because it's a little slow, and yeah, there's zombies, but I'm doing fast zombies too. I don't think I want them any slower than this, so this will be the min. Max being like 0.5, that might be a little crazy, but that's okay. Ah, gosh dang it, I did it again. You gotta click on the prefab, you goof. Okay. I probably do want to do some menus and tutorial kind of stuff too. So. These are going to be different. Oh no! Okay, I did see you sliding in for that. Yeah, and then they just kind of collapse. Okay, menus and audio. That's the other things to worry about. Absolutely no clue what I'm gonna do for audio. And I don't really know what I'm gonna do for menus either. Now the problem is I think I got a little away from the like, just pick up the zombie. Yes, you can do the whole defend your castle kind of thing instead of using the plants. And then you could save the plants by doing the whole defend your castle thing. If the vines would fall over, that'd be great. Because a lot of them are just hanging out. No! Don't football slide your way into the victory goal, like the goal there. Shoot, I feel like there's almost something here. It's just not quite there yet. It took a day and a half to write a level editor for the game. Congrats, that's fun. So all I've heard you mention is there's a level editor and you're doing stuff with splines. I'm very curious. Now if I make these triggers and then they take a while to kill the things. Yeah, I gotta do something about like. So if I freeze the back again, as I keep doing, like yeah, I was like, not that I played much of Defend Your Castle, and yet I'm using it as inspiration. Not that I've done much with tower defense games. I'm kind of seeing why. Oops, I just smacked you right in the face with a plant, and that doesn't help me much. Oh, and that was my other question, is if I... Yeah, okay, no, if I... do that and freeze the Y, that'll look a little more like you're standing. Yeah, this game is fine, I guess. It's like, if I could get that World War Z sort of aspect of it, that would be fantastic. That's what I would love to see. Oh, okay, yeah, and then you can't fling them off into the ether because they... But I guess it makes it easier to do that. Okay, so that kind of tells me why I can't freeze them along the Y. Or I guess when you pick them up, they, I didn't want to freeze it along the Y anyway. Yeah, okay, but it does let you do that. Oh man, is this a rhythm game, I think? Something like that. That does the stick people come in from both sides. Yeah, now it's a little too easy to just grab and clump the whole thing. Okay, so that's definitely too stiff. That's definitely too much. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. Like, I could already feel it. Like, this is just a middling work. Not my best work. Not my worst work. just sort of exists as a thing. Boy, it'd be nice if I could get the vines to stick to the ground. And I thought I added a bunch more gravity to the flippin' seeds. But they seem to really just float off into the ether. Okay, am I having fun with this, or am I just messing with it because I can? Well, it's definitely not a long, compelling game, that's for sure. But it does include plants. Visually, it sucks. And... oh, what was the criteria again? That probably is what I should have started with. What was the rating criteria again? Like, so if I look at my other games... you can tell I'm logged in, right? No? I'm not logged in? Gee, thanks. Remember me? Okay, games. No games were found. None of them. Okay. Old games? There we go. Because these have the ratings attached. Yes, okay. Based on creativity, which is this is gonna get a not a lot. Emotional delivery, not a lot. Theme, kinda. Audio, non-existent. That's not gonna do very well. Gameplay, kinda sucks. Graphics definitely suck. Overall, eh. Oh, but then these also don't say out of how many things, right? Oh yeah, this one I did do better at graphics here, I guess. Then again, there's probably just less people too. Oh yeah, the last two jams, the last two games I've done, I didn't focus on gameplay as much either. This certainly has more gameplay. Or at least physics. Okay, maybe not more gameplay, but at least more physics. It certainly feels like there's more gameplay. Well, I don't know. It is just drag and drop the things in a way that's not super interesting. I don't know. The walls work now and it hasn't been a full hour. Congrats! It sounds like you're really cranking through something interesting. Although I feel like there has been a lot of the defend a garden kind of games. The exploding cactuses are just kind of weird. Okay, so do I make them triggers or something? You have things going too. Congrats! I don't know if I've heard what the Pagorli project is. So, some problems before because the enemies decided walking through walls was fair game, but I got that fixed. Otherwise, I simply got it working 30 minutes ago. Have a gimmick going. Well, that's good. I don't know that I have much of a gimmick. This is, okay, so this is on collision enter with all of these things, right? Because I'm more like... maybe we have the zombies move past you. It's a voice-controlled game. Interesting. Funny that I did a microphone-controlled game last time. And you're doing a voice-controlled game this time. Okay, let's do menus. Maybe that'll make me feel better if I have menus. Oh, I guess I didn't do progress updates as much this time either. Dang it, I was trying to get into the habit of doing progress updates again. Oh, and I added the camera controls, and then I have not been messing with the camera at all. Is it, are the cameras controls? Been watching too much Kolslowski and crew play Lifeline, a PS2 controlled, PS2 voice controlled game. Interesting. Oh, okay, yeah. The camera does have zoom and pan. Pan seems, or the zoom seems really sad, but that's probably because the camera's super huge and far away. Seems speed. So let's try that. See if that makes that a little. You don't seem to be doing much for camera zoom here. I did more zoom speed and you... Is it backward? You like your jam games and gimmicks? Yeah, and that's... I didn't have a gimmick going in mind on this one either. Beyond, like, can I just finish this quickly? And that's kind of where I'm like, I'm getting closer to, like, maybe I just give up. This is not fully happening here. That's what I was testing. Was the camera. Okay. Let's just do a game over menu just to get it out of the way. Remove you. Game over menu. You're gonna have the game over text. You're gonna be active, and you're not gonna be. Just give me a button. This is gonna go under here, and the button is gonna. Here and there. You're gonna be the retry button. Quit button. Okay, and the game manager. Public void quit. Which I already have a quit method, right? It's just not Public. No, quit. No, I don't. Still don't, didn't I? Oh, I have it here. Okay. Okay, there and there. Okay. So let's say quit button, and then the retry button is just gonna refresh the whole thing. And then scene manager dot load scene, and then that's the scene manager dot current get active scene. Dot name. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now gotta polish things with Down2Jam just a little bit, just to see. So you should be game manager. Retry. You should be game manager. Quit. And I also need a panel. Don't have time for modeling, so the crafting table is now just table. We'll be able to make the crafting system in 20 seconds. It's too late. Oh wait, no, we still got like a lot of time left though, right? Yeah, the jam is in a day and 15 hours. So I'm gonna try to be done with it today though. Especially because I don't know what the heck I'm doing really. It's just kind of meh. Maybe I could polish it and try to make it fun. Oh, but sleep time is now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, too late for doing it right now. Okay, quit. Doesn't do anything, retry. Does in fact refresh everything. Okay, the spawner doesn't need to actually be changing colors. Spawner. No, that's the color and the speed. And then when those get set. But yeah, the spawner doesn't actually need to change colors. Good night and good luck. And also to Gorley and whoever else is here. I didn't really find the fun. I just kind of said, hey, these old Flash games, those were fun, right? No, not really. That's why they haven't been remade and they aren't thought about much. So, oops, the foundation was shaky to begin with. But I felt, you know, it should be fairly easy to... Okay, can I do like a transition? Can I do a main menu? Because that would give the game a lot of polish, and then... Oh, and then it's like the time. The survival time, basically. Okay, I have some fonts. Do I have any fonts We're good for this that I used recently. Like maybe that spray paint font that I just picked up, but okay, let's try a Google font because I hadn't tried that before. Browse fonts, Google. Search font zombie. Seriously, nobody's called their font like zombie? Feeling distressed. Kind of. Maybe Halloween. Feeling stiff. Feeling rugged. Kinda. Bit to load. Yeah, these all are excitable. Filters. English? I was like, I see some of these are not English, and I'm like, I'm not trying to tackle a different language for a game jam. Oh, duh, language. English. There's a lot of languages in here. There's a lot of languages in here, jeez. Okay, English. Okay. I'm not excited, I don't think it's really doing it for me. Is there like a scary, scratchy one? That's a little more zombie-like? Or do you have one that's a little more plant-like? I do plant? No. Really? Just looking for the thing I want doesn't give me the thing I want. Okay, so let's try rugged. If you say so. Some of these looked a little military, some of these are looking like... And then does this say what the use? I mean, it doesn't matter. This is a free game for a game jam. It's not gonna. But I don't actually know. So no. It's like type kind of fonts. Something that's a little more like handwritten. Like, I feel like artistic's gonna be really loopy, fancy's gonna be really loopy. Maybe this? They got a lot of options, and none of them I like. I'm either picky or I just can't filter it to the kind of thing I'm thinking. Do they have, like, handwritten? Innovative? Those are kind of some wild fonts. Oh, that's cool. I don't know where I'm going to use that or what I'm going to use that for, but that's cool. Okay, these are kind of repeating just a little bit. Oh, that's not really what I want. Do you have something just a little more handwritten, maybe? That's kind of what I was looking for, but they don't seem to have that. Like, why aren't you loud, maybe? Oh, this is a nice drippy one. I ever wanted to do a nice drippy one. There are some good fonts in here. Still just not seeing anything that's really grabbing me. And yeah, me just perusing fonts is not interesting at all. Okay, that's all the fonts. I looked at all of them, and none of them. Marker, maybe? So marker's gonna get me closer to what I want. I guess Google doesn't have a ton of fonts, which you'd think is just Google. It should have all of the things, but okay. So I guess this. Oh, I can't even read that. That's because you switched it out of English. Can you do it in English, please? So kind of drippy paint I think would work better for Plunk. I guess this is really not much of anything, but it is. Is this a font file or something? Some of this was just how do I use this. No, just to downloads. I was like, when I said one dev army and you gotta make everything yourself, did it mean fonts and stuff too? Because I only have that one pixel font that I could use. And that's not even like a finished font or like a font file or anything either. Okay, then we go to Window, Text Mesh Pro, Font Escort Creator. Try this lacquer. Generate the font alias. Save it to fonts. Okay, then we go to everywhere that has text. That's not gonna do it. Switch you out with lacquer. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay. Will we tilt these? Getting into this whole like tilting the thing to make it look like a other way around. Let's see, what do I do for the background though? Is the question. Wait, are you not in the center? You're not in the center. Why are you? not in the center? And why is the camera not in the center? And then why are the spawners? Yeah, we'll do the edge of the screen here, which is not a good idea. 320. Now what do I do for the button? Unmuted it, and then put down the disk. That was the wrong order of operations. Okay. How do I make the buttons look any better? UI buttons. You got options, you got ideas. Okay, there's some really fancy looking things. Got like Daisy or something. Give me a zombie game. Oh wait, what did World War Z have for its like? That is kind of the idea. Yes, the World War Z movie, Brad Pitt. I guess I don't need Brad Pitt specifically, but World War Z movie. I guess they didn't do like a gritty text for that. Ted doesn't help me either. And this doesn't give me a good sense of the UI for this game. Which also, I think a lot of these survival games have really clean UIs. And don't do the kind of crazy UI. Yep. Yeah, it's just really clean, straight UIs. Because there's a lot of information they're trying to convey, so that let's not try to make that complicated. I need to do something, though, for these buttons. Tilting them, I think, helped a little bit, but... I make them like a blood red. Does that do anything? Not particularly, no. I mean, I could do like a white. For the text. Let's see if that... Is that anything? No. Needs to have some kind of something to the buttons that's not. I do different shapes instead of squares. Okay, whatever. This is just not happening. Your game over text. This is the game over menu. Oh yeah, there's not like text switching out or anything. Okay. And then do I want to animate him onto the screen? No, not really. Do I want to try to do a transition from the main menu to the game? No, not really. Do I want to make a main menu? No, not really. The answer is the game's screwed. I don't know what to do. I didn't have an idea to make it fun. Okay, well, it seems a little bit more like a game. Now that there's a menu of some kind.
I just want to be myself. I am the world.
Well, I could do other trees. That's one of the fruits I could do is one of other trees.
Your existence. Confuse me.
It's not gonna solve any problems, but it's a fun idea, fun thing to add. Just out of curiosity, what happens if I do another spawner, like up? Okay, no, screw you. Do another spawner, like up, over. Because I was thinking platforms or something, and the zombies could come spilling off of the platforms. Wait, did he just fall and then shatter, basically? Okay, that one didn't. The other one seemed to just fall and shatter. Why are they exploding? The forces should not cause them to fall apart, though. Weird. Okay, maybe we fix the spawning position issue. Which it is just spawning the fruit around the transform position. Plus that. It's the transform position is the issue. It seems to be off. I don't know why this seems to be there as the pivot point. Well, and is that the case? No. It's rotating around what I think it would be. So why? Why? Okay, that doesn't seem right either. I don't know. I mean, it's not mirrored when it does this. It's just, it looks like it's going off of that. It's keying off of that for some reason. I guess I just added a offset? That seems weird and wonky and not what I want, but if it's not gonna do the thing that I think it should. That was definitely not the right plan there. Some kind of rhythm game with trees or something? You gotta connect the sperms with the letters? Wait, there's music happening, isn't there? Some kind of tree growing rhythm game? Wild. You never understand my sound settings? As to why this is super quiet, I don't know. Well, this looks really neat. Also, like, I know I've played one Brainoid rhythm game, right? Okay, yeah, rhythm game seems crazy to tackle for a game jam. That's because, yeah, I made a few. Yeah, I think I need a longer game jam to tackle, like, a rhythm game. Okay, do I want to make a main menu? Do I want to... Oh, so we're going to get rid of you. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Okay, and then I was just going to make some kind of offset because this doesn't seem to want to do the thing for some reason. I don't know. Okay, vector 2. I don't know why. It seems like it's spawning in a weird spot, but okay, it's just this transform position plus a random inside unit circle. So why? Why it looks so funky and be so weird? You're a vector 3. You're a vector 3. What? I put a 3 on the end. Vector 3. There, be happy. Okay, like there, be happy. I was not ready for that amount of stuff at the bottom of that. Okay. So negative X. Just needs to move over on the X a little bit, I think, right? It didn't do anything. Stop spawning here. Spawn here, please. That's where the transform position of this object is. I don't understand why you're being so stupid. Okay, so if I do negative 50, are you doing anything? Because negative 5 didn't seem to do anything. Oh, everything's flipping huge. Because I made the mistake of scaling everything up by a lot. That is 2 roller coasters. Yeah, okay, you somehow managed to get one right next to that. I picked a good spot here. Away from all of the insanity. It still gives me a lot of options. Yeah, okay, so that was 50. Okay, yep. I did it over here, and then I need to apply it before I forget. That was 50? Dang, okay. So then I want to do 25. Because I want to move it towards the middle, maybe? See if that helps. I don't. Everything's done goofed. The game is done. The game is bad. Everything's only half working. I was gonna sit here and think of ideas for a while. I was like, that is the way to make a Game Jam game, is to come up with like a really good idea. As in, one that fits all of the needs of the jam and can be made. And then I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna think of another idea that would fit the plants theme better. Like I said, I started a gardening on a planetoid kind of game. That looks a little more central. It doesn't have to be like smack dab in the center. But if it's close, that's good enough. Yeah, again, I'm starting at shaky foundations with the Defend Your Castle, because I'm like, that's not super interesting to me. And yet, that's the game I'm making. Is Defend Your Castle. Yeah, that's like maybe I just need to expand my... There's some interest to be had. There's not some fun to be had. But there's some interest to be had. I do think I make interesting games, if not fun games. I think I made a few different tools and stuff too. Nope, get out of here. Okay, maybe we don't have the seeds interact with the plants. I thought that was kind of an interesting idea, but now I'm thinking that it's not. Uh-oh. It is. It's right behind my head, going straight up. We'll see. Don't extend it anymore. The coaster's at a good spot. You don't need to do any more. Okay. I'm gonna make these triggers or something. So I don't really want to mess with the physics layers. So if I do is trigger, and then I do on trigger enter instead of on collision enter. Two D. Oh, great. So what is it now for Collider 2D instead of Collision 2D? Didn't I have get contacts? Oh, I had get contact, not can. Okay, get contacts. No. Overlap point. Overlap point. It's check if it overlaps a point in space. No! Okay, so I need the contacts. You asked me to put in a list of contacts. What do you mean? Just get the contact. What is this? Get contacts. Attach rigid body, and then it's gonna give me all the rigid body stuff. No, okay. Contacts is get contacts. But the problem with get contacts is that you want me to put in a list of contacts. Retrieves all contact points for this collider. Why do I have to pass an array though? Oh, bugger off! I wanted to switch it to a trigger so I could put the plants down a little easier. But apparently get contacts doesn't exist. Contact point 2D. Why do I have to pass it an array of contact points? What do you mean it's get contacts? Unity get. Yeah, okay. Collider 2D, right? Collider 2D. Contacts. Contact point. Yeah, okay. Because it's in 3D, but it's not in 2D. That's like, shouldn't it be in 2D as well? What do you mean? The point of contact between the two colliders in world space. Okay, so point, and then can I get it normal from that, or no? And then that's not what you meant either. Closest point. Since a point on the perimeter of the collider is the closest to the specified position. No, okay, the contacts. What is this thing? Contacts. Collider 2D, get contacts? An array of contacts. It seems kind of like what I want. How do you get the contact points of the rigid body 2Ds? Okay, that's also just kind of crazy nonsense. Other.context.point. What? Context at 0.point. What? That just seems weird. Great. So on collision enter. I don't want to. It's the physics though. Why can't I just get the... Get contacts, but then you're looking for a list of contacts. Why are you looking for a list of contacts when you're supposed to be getting contacts and you just return an int? What does that mean? You mean it retrieves all contact points for this collider? You're asking me to put in contact points for this collider, and it spits out a single number. That's not a set of contacts points for this. I just want you to not run into the plants. Why is this so confusing? Why are they so close and yet the one thing that I want is not in here? Okay, and the point? This would be the point of contact, collision dot point. Yeah, but then that didn't exist either. Why do you make it look like these things exist and then, like... But it's Collider 2D seems to be absolutely useless compared to the other one. This is Contact Point 2D. Collider 2D, please. There we go. Okay, point count. Collider 2D. Get components it's for each collider. Is that how you're supposed to get all the contacts? Okay, wait, this exists, but the other one doesn't? Or is this also dead? This version of Unity is unsupported. What is it even? Oh. Okay, then do a version that's supported. There. Why are you like this? Oh, and you don't have examples. The other one did. The old version did? Is that what you're telling me? The Composite Collider 2D? Is that the step that I'm missing? Composite? And then get the... contacts? No, it's the get contacts again. I don't understand this method. Get contacts is not anything. It says get contacts, and then you give it a list of contacts, and it gives you a number. How is that getting the contacts? Like here. Yeah, you give it a number, and it gives you a contact point 2D. Not this other way around. On-trigger contacts are not fun. I can tell. I thought this... I was just like, I wanted to make it so that the fruits don't run into the plants. And I'm like, okay, maybe I just leave that alone. I'm getting to the point of like, I give up. Game bad. I shat out another abomination upon the world. Maybe. Uncle Linus, describe me the problem again. Well, it's just the fact that I wanted it to... And I could just go into the physics thing and just do the layers and make sure that the layers of the two things are not colliding, but... Or I could turn somebody into a trigger. Oh, I turned them into triggers, so now they don't do anything. I thought it was a minor problem, but I guess I will not mess with... No, the... U is trigger, not the case. But I was just having trouble chucking the fruit at the ground because of the large cacti and the leaves and the zombies and the everything that was in the way. Which I thought was sort of an interesting idea, but I was getting a little sick of it and then said, you know what? Maybe we... Yeah, so then there is when I'm like just trying to get the fruit to the ground. There's just stuff in the way, and I was hoping that I could just make that a trigger. Yeah, and then the weird exploding cactuses and stuff. Like, this is just... Like I said, I shat another dumb abomination upon the world. Oh, and then I needed the contact point of the trigger so that I could orient the objects the correct way. Because I used to have them in a box, and that worked kind of well, except for the vines are stupid, and then the... I don't know. This is just nothing. I went into this with not much of an idea, and I'm coming out of it with more of an idea that I just need to stop. I just need to give up on all my hopes and dreams and do something else. I don't know what to work on now. I could do the main menu and the sounds are the two big things that I'm missing. Except there's also gameplay that's not fun, which that seems like the core problem to work on. But... Did you want something? It seems that Phil has forsaken you. And seeing how you were trying to extend that many times, probably a good thing. That would just explode my stream there. Oh, that would make sense. It is 9 o'clock. Who authorized this? Okay, I was thinking, let's just get rid of this. So then there's just gonna be a bunch of zombies. And then we have, instead of dying, we're just gonna have somehow it's gonna be a chill gardening game where you toss the zombies at plants. And now we're going back to the original idea of just making it an idle game. Oops. And the zombies don't have to move around much. And then it brings it back to the fun of you just toss the thing into the other thing. That's it. It's the vine segment. The vine. And then you... There we go, destroy. Get rid of that so it doesn't destroy. And then the cactus. Get rid of that so it doesn't destroy. Okay, and the heartwood. Actually, I lied to keep it. I wanted to do fruits, but early? Who or what is early? Is this gonna be part of a bit? Feels like it could be part of a bit. No, it's late. It's 9 o'clock and I'm good. I'm done. It's over. It's... I just need to stop. Come back tomorrow and then give up. When I'm feeling a little more awake. Okay, there. So now you can't lose. And now none of the plants can die. The zombies might be a little unhappy about this. So, are the zombies gonna explode? Because they have no target. Is that the zombies exploding? No. I don't know where they're going. The heart doesn't exist, but... Why did that not... okay, also, you're supposed to have gravity, you dumb. The fruit. You're supposed to have gravity. I turned on the gravity scale is 4. Why are you flying into the ether? Yeah, gravity scale, and the gravity scale here is 4. And yet... Why did you fly back to the earth there? Yeah, like this. You're just clearly floating. You're not responding to gravity at all. Gravity scale is 0. Oh, because it's... Okay, wait. I think I have an idea. Let's add some constraints, not this. Add some constraint. This. Freeze the position and the rotation until you get picked up. Then when you get picked up. Oh, meaning I don't need to do this gravity scale stuff. Screw the gravity scale stuff. This is... So then we do RB dot freeze rotation is false. And then RB 2D dot freeze dot where's the unfreeze the positions? Oh, gravity scale is 0. What that? Alright, is that making fun of me? Why do you have the freeze rotation? Where's the freeze? Okay, constraints? Wait, constraints? There we go, constraints. Freeze? Unfreeze, constraints, position? What is it? I've used this before, I've done this before, and then I forget. Okay, or this is nothing to mess with, and then Rigid Body 2D is just stupid. Rigid Body 2D, constraints. Okay, I have a Rigid Body 2D. I have constraints. I would like to change them. Where's the thing to change? This is nothing. There's nothing to change here. What? Okay. Rigid body. It's a rigid body 2D. There is no other constraints thing. Why is rigid body 2D? Extremely stupid. Freeze rotation here. Meaning they can rotate. I want them to move too. How do I get it to unfreeze the constraints? Okay. The answer is you don't. That's the need part. Rigid body 2D constraints. Dot none. Okay. Equals rigid body constraints 2D dot none. There we go. Okay. So do I need to worry about the freezing the rotation? If it's just none? Okay, I just forgot how to use constraints. It's because one of them has the dot freeze rotation, so which is probably just old code that they didn't comment out because they can't. Okay, so now when you click on it, it should release all the constraints, but before that moment, it should not, meaning then it'll stop flying off into the ether. Okay, there we go. Now they are fully in the way, which is still the pain. Just where I was like, let's turn them into triggers. It's 9 o'clock. I am ready to call it quits and give up. Oh no. Too tired to do anything else. Why are you still floating around like that? Screw you, gosh dang it. I knew I shouldn't have messed with physics. I I knew I shouldn't have messed with physics. I clearly didn't know it well enough, though. Okay, yep, we're going back to the idle game. You just toss the zombies into plants. And that's the whole game. I could unconstrain the vines here too. Oh, and then when I tried to do the... It just wouldn't let me click on the fruits when I tried to add the thing that was preventing it from spawning the... I'm too tired to continue or care. It's 9 o'clock anyway. Technically, I have another day tomorrow if I wanted to, but I think we'll see. I have other stuff to not finish and inflict upon people. Okay, it says 4 people. That's possible that there are other people here. Let's check Down2Jam. Man's doing something. 2 days to Steam release. Doing some Down2Jam. I guess we're going over here. It's the only other Down2Jammer that appears to still be attempting anything right now. Except Kuvaman is offline. But Koloslavsky? Yeah. Oh. This is cool. Dang it. And then I go look at my game and I'm like, well, shoot. Oops. Yeah, okay, Kuvaman's not live. Yeah, the thing hadn't updated. Clearly.
You can get kind of stuck. Not like stuck, but I can't jump if I plant a flower.
No. This is neat. They're also a team, don't forget that. Oh, okay, so this is not a solo one.
Yeah,
like
this
I fall
is
in a little bit.
Yeah, that's probably where I'm just gonna increase the.
Yeah, but no, I was just looking at this idea, and I'm like, that's a fantastic idea. They're almost a family.
Right beneath you, if there's
Okay, well,
ground, you get to a spot where like you're
let's go.
there, and it's perfectly raycasting down to the where there's not ground.
Yeah, no, it's not where they're at in development. It's the fact that the game idea is cool. That's what I'm miffed about. It's like my idea is just not cutting it for me. This looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, okay, because it always ends up in front of you.
It's possible to do.
Okay, I'll sleep on it and see if I feel any better.
Well, it should work the way you think it's going to work.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think it's gonna be
But it's close.
Yeah.
meh.
Another
I'm gonna feel kind of meh about it, which I think is almost the most frustrating thing. Where I'm like, if it were bad, then I could say it's bad. If it were good, I could say hell yeah. But since it's meh,
Oh, yeah.
it's always like, there was some potential there that I just didn't hit. So
we could have a section
okay, but like I said, I'm taking off. I'm tired and disappointed, and I should probably just go sleep. So goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for sleeping. Dang it. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. I clearly need to do that. So, and I'll be back tomorrow with something. Maybe Down2Jam, maybe my game, because I really need to work on it. But okay, bye.
you can plant flowers there and then
Before the raid timer runs out. Okay.